Raila Odinga drops a new bombshell that actually is causing panic in Ruto'S camp. Yesterday, Raila, attended the burial of one Barack Otieno, the former, bodyguard to Peter Ogutu. So, Barack was buried yesterday, and what came there was, of course, politics. What came out from the burial was politics. So guys, before you go on, take this time and of course receive my greetings, and my hope is that this video finds you well and in good health. So Raila, of course we know that Raila has been in India. Actually, he's been away for like 2 weeks, and yesterday he jetted back, and the first stop was Sia County, where he went to bury Barack Otieno. The Odinga'S bodyguard was shot dead in Kisumu, in a love triangle. Anyway, so during the burial, Raila of course made his speech, and what came out was that he is hungry and is having a big plan that actually will please his supporters. I said very well that people should not force him to retire. The president William Ruto has been championing for Raila's retirement. He's been actually enticing Raila, even promised him a job, a big job. But of course Raila cannot take any of that because he's a man of principles. And even the president himself, William Ruto, went to Homa Bay and actually urged Homa Bay people to come to look for a new leader. Okay, look for a new leader that will work with him so that he can transform Nyanza. And of course, this was a message that he wants Raila to retire, because he knows very well that the only problem he has right now is Raila Odinga. The other big wigs, he's already done with the other big wigs. He is done with the Musalam Davadi. He is done with the Tangula. Okay, Kalonzo, of course, I don't think Kalonzo is a big problem to him, because he even reached out to him, to give him a job. But Raila is the main problem, because he knows very well, come 2027, he will have to face Raila Odinga whether he likes it or not. And this, of course, will be dependent on on how he will rule Kenya. Between now and election day, because the truth is that if at all he will not deliver on his manifestos, then Kenyans will reject him. That's why he's trying to neutralize Raila's effect, so that when it comes to 2027, even if he will not have delivered, of course he will still be voted in. So Raila rejected this proposal to retire. He said no, he cannot retire. He will only retire when the time comes. But right now he is still actively in politics, and actually is trying all he can to liberate his people, because he's saying that he wants to deal with the government, and he said that in a few days time he will be telling Kenyans, especially supporters, on the way forward. And actually the way forward might not be good on Ruto's side, because he wants to create a tsunami, cause a tsunami in Kenya, a political tsunami. That was the message. Okay, and of course the last message was also backed up by one James Orengo, the Sia governor. Orengo said that Raila supporters, Kenyans should not underestimate Raila Odinga, all because he lost to Ruto. He said that Raila did not lose fairly, and of course some games were played in the IBC and of course in Supreme Court. And he said that Raila has got more numbers than even Ruto. So whatever he will say in a few days will of course take effect, and this is of course going to liberate Kenyans now. Now the problem that Ruto is going through right now is how to deliver on his manifestos, because the truth is that before the elections people had high hopes on Ruto, and people knew that Ruto was going to save the economy and do the amazing things. But it has come out that it's not easy to save the economy, because as they've also been saying, the economy was dilapidated and it's not easy to save it. Actually, Ruto said that he needs 1 year to lower the unga price. Of course, this demoralized Kenyans. Kenyans were like, okay, why are you talking about unga price? And you said very well that you will lower it as soon as you are sworn in. But right now you're talking about 1 year to lower the unga price. So it seems that the promises, Kenyans are expecting less because they've not seen any change ever since the new government came, was sworn in. That's why I think Ruto will have to come up with ways of encountering Raila Odinga, because Raila now is taking this advantage of Ruto not delivering. Because should he come out the way they have said, with with a strategy that will frustrate the government, then I think Raila will have Kenyans behind him. Well, because life is tough and people are not seeing anything positive coming. Actually, just yesterday, the president said that every Kenyan should pay tax, okay? And of course, this is a blow to Kenyans, because there are some people who don't even have, an income. They hardly put food on the table. So when you talk about tax, of course, you frustrate them. But of course, it is good to pay the tax because that's our responsibility. But some Kenyans might not understand it, okay? And of course, this might lead to Kenyans rejecting him, even though paying tax is part of, developing the economy, or building the economy. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happened during the battle. And Raila Odinga is, of course, preparing a bombshell. He said that in a few weeks he will be, and releasing a new bombshell that, of course, will topple the government, will topple Ruto's presidency. That's what he's saying. So of course we need to wait and see what will happen. Okay, will Raila Odinga create a tsunami, earthquake that of course will sweep the country? Let's wait and see. And of course, as usual, is Peter Ogutu. And if you like this analysis, take your time, of course, subscribe. Let's meet here every time we have this amazing hot updates. Thank you guys and remain blessed, and my hope is that I will see you soon in the next video in good health. Thank you.